ईश्वरं वा सुता श्रीमन् पूर्वा सन्ध्या.
Remember, mastery doesn't come because life is easy. It comes through the challenges. There's no wisdom without challenge. There's no wisdom without adversity. Hear that, hear me. Wisdom doesn't come through hearing things from other people, and it doesn't come through reading it or seeing a video or whatever it is. Wisdom comes through your personal experience and walking through adversity. And sometimes even after walking through adversity, you aren't any more wise for it, depending on how you walked through it. But if nothing else, having walked through it, at least you've had the experience of walking through it once. And maybe coming out the other side, you can look back and see where maybe your choices weren't good. So even that isn't a loss. That's the point. That's how you move into mastery, right? Moving into greater levels of wisdom. It happens through experience. It's the only way it happens is through experience. That's why I tell you over and over and over again that this work is experiential. It's fully experiential, right? It has to be. There's no other way to get through it. And you'll use your life to bring the experiences. And your life will just naturally bring you the experiences that you need. Why? Because the outside world is the reflection of the inner world. So of course, where the inner world is stuck, the outside world is going to present just that to you so that you can walk it. Now you have the opportunity, walk it here. Right? Change it on the inner, it'll change on the outer. And even if it doesn't change on the outer, this is like one of my favorite little tidbits, even if it doesn't change in the outer world, if you've done the inner work, it's not going to matter, you see. You won't care. That thing that held you back for so long where you said, if I only had that, right? If I only had that, give me that one piece. If I just had that one piece, everything would be different. Everything would be good. Well, I mean, we can all say that, right? But then what's the percentage of like lottery winners who are bankrupt within 2 years, 3 years? Really high, right? Like ridiculously high. So they got the golden ticket. So everyone would go, well, so that's it. And where do they end up? They end up worse off than they were before they got it most of the time, right? Because there's no wisdom. So they have to move through that level of adversity. That's a really crappy way to have to deal with that, but that's it. So here's your thing, you know. Whatever that thing is, for every one of you, there's something. For every one of you, there's something. If I just had that, things would be different. And maybe it's more than one thing, but everyone's got at least one thing. And that's the piece that you gotta see through that. You see, because if you move toward it from the space of asserting that it is your personal drive and your personal will that will bring you that thing, it may bring you that thing, but that thing is not going to bring you what you think it's going to bring you. It can't. And the reason it can't is because you have to look at the source. What's the source of the drive behind it? What's that? Ego. That's right. So the source ultimately is fear. It's driven by fear. If it's driven by fear, it will not work. It will not work. It will not be the panacea that you think it's going to be. It can't be. Because the source is off. And so that's why I always tell everybody, if you have something in your world that really is a mess, you know, and it really is a mess, if you really desire a shift, do the work on the inside. Do the work on the inside. See through everything that's sitting underneath it, that's creating that desire. And at that point, you have completely cleared the channel so that whatever that thing is, it's like there's an open highway now for it to actually come to you. Because before, the ego blocks that. It puts up the roadblock for spirit to move. And then the best part is that at the end of that whole process, when you really have seen through whatever that is, you're not going to care either way if you get it or don't get it. There won't be any attachment to it. If there's no desire.